I never get tired of looking at that.
It's beautiful. Makes me jealous every day.
I know some of you guys don't like the roof spoiler, but I adore it. I think it's beautiful. Today's going to be interesting because we're going to be installing a short shift kit on Alex's E36. And I've never actually outright installed a short shift kit.
Not the way we're doing it, at least.
No. This car has a short shift kit. This car has a short shift kit. Those two cars both have stock shifters, but every time we put a short shift kit on, either the motor is out completely or the transmission is disassembled. Like this one, we put the shift kit on, the motor and the transmission are completely out of the car. We did this shift kit while we were doing a manual swap. That shifter got put in when we had the motor and trans out because that's a manual swap car, and we haven't, I know, we put the shifter on when we had the motor and trans out on this one too. So there hasn't been a single time where the transmission's been in and we put a shift kit in.
Never been conventionally.
We've never like actually just put on a shifter. It's always been everything else along with a shifter. So it's gonna be interesting to see. And obviously it's easier to put on a shift kit than pull the trans out and put a shift kit on, but it's just, I don't know. It will be interesting.
Anyone want a $100 wine voucher?
Did they give those out literally every order?
Yeah, I know. I probably have like 6 of them now.
I don't drink wine. Alright, so we have a B&M short shift kit and you got a DSSR rod, right?
Yeah.
Yep. UUC double shear selector rod. Is nice. Is very nice.
Grease!
Give me a description of what this shifter feels like to you, Alex.
It's a lot better than my Mustang, I'll tell you that, but when you're in gear, there's a little bit of play, to say the least, in every gear. I mean, it's not like a super long throw, and it's not like we're trying to take out a whole lot. We're really just trying to get rid of this, in my mind.
Well, most of this is inside the transmission, so it's going to tighten it up a little bit, but it's going to feel a lot less rubbery.
Yeah.
It's going to feel more crisp.
Yeah, and that's really what I'm looking for, just like a really, not so much notchy, but like...
Just a good feeling shifter.
Yeah, a better feeling shifter.
Do you have a shift knob?
It feels loose. It's on the way.
Oh, fair enough.
At some point.
At some point?
It's on the way. It's a weighted aluminum shifter. It's going to be nice.
Where'd you get it from?
Herigistic.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So this is another shift linkage that I have laying around. I don't know if this is a ZF or a 328 or a 325 or a Getrag linkage. Doesn't matter because the shifter assembly kind of goes in the same. So this is your shifter arm. The selector goes here, and this is the plastic bushing and the ball that the shift kit releases or replaces. So this is like a plastic bushing with a stock shifter, and as you can see, there's like a good amount of movement in it. And this is where a lot of your slop comes from in the shifter. So this is a plastic with an aluminum ball in there. We've got an aluminum housing with a spherical ball bearing inside of there, so it's going to be a lot more crisp. But you've got the shifter carrier bushing that goes into the chassis, and then this clips onto the top of the transmission. And the fun part is this is all firewall right here, so to get this off we're going to have to drop the transmission down. And usually when I pull shifters out like this, the whole carrier bushing comes out with it, and it's just a pain in the ass. So I'm wondering if it'll almost be easier to pop this out and leave this arm in place. So I've got a little pick here and I was just kind of messing with it. So if you push in on the sides here on the tabs, like that, see, that just pops out, and that stays in the car. This will come out through the top, through the shifter boot and all that stuff, so we gotta take all that stuff off. And then slide the new shifter in, and instead of having these like expanding clips, the other one has a snap ring that'll go into place, and you come in through the bottom and snap ring it, and that'll hold that in there. Really the only clips we have to worry about aside from these are the clips for the selector rod. I think that might be the play, because taking this off is gonna freaking suck.
Yeah.
You remember pushing that shifter pin in? We had to do it with a jack, pretty much.
Kind of.
We had to stack wood.
Okay, yeah.
So we're not going to do that with the drive shaft and the exhaust in place.
Yeah, definitely not.
You know, so it's just a matter of like how fun this is going to be.
So we're going to do most of it from the top then, is what you're trying to do?
That's probably gonna be 90% bottom, 10% up top. So it's gonna be me down here trying to pry on the sides and you up top kind of pulling it up.
Okay.
So I think I kind of got the technique. So you like kind of push in and kind of like roll it up on both sides. Yeah, well this one's coming out easier because I just did it. But it's got these little tabs that stick out on the sides that you have to like push in to get it to come up. So it's gonna be fun.
See if I can do this left-handed. Okay, maybe not. I might need 2 hands. There we go. Easy enough. Does this just pull out, Quinn? Or...
Yeah, then it just pulled up. Just gotta stop being a bitch.
For sure.
You come here, my friend. I show you what we need to do to make the memes. So the factory selector rod looks like that, except it doesn't have this, so this pin is part of the rod. And you have your clips here. Anyway, you're gonna need to get in there. So first of all, get these angled down, and then you need to get a flathead under there, pry that up, and then the pin should pop out.
Okay.
So I will arm you with one flathead. That is your screwdriver. It is not straight anymore. I apologize.
By any means.
Good luck.
Okay.
Have fun. Let me know when you cannot get. You're gonna have to go underneath for this.
Will I?
Yes. Very much.
I cannot do it.
Good luck. You got it? Not bad.
Not that hard.
The clip is done. Yes. Now you have to get the other one.
What? There is only one.
There is only one on that end of the selector rod, my friend. There is one attached to the transmission.
Ooh, that is a lot less fun.
Yes, you do that. Alright, me and Alex went in and fought it. So that's the stock selector rod.
A little
That's the
beefier.
double shear selector rod. Yeah, so the main thing with it is with the stock selector rod. So it's grabbing it from the outside. It's grabbing it from both sides, and it moves kind of the center point of the shifter in line with the center point of the shifter.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
No, yeah.
So this also has a lot tighter clearance, and it'll fit. You feel it's fitting a lot smoother.
Yeah.
But we have these little washers that are going to slide in on both ends.
Oh, okay.
Like that, and kind of beef it up even more to get less play
Yeah.
on both ends. These really sharpen up the feel of the shifter, aside from having less play in the shifter carrier itself. You know? So I think we'll pull the shifter out, and then we'll put this end on the transmission because we're going to have the most room with the shifter out, and then we'll put the new shift kit in. So angle pick. We're going to try and go in.
It's a boy.
Alright, we stopped recording to freaking fight it out, and we got it out.
Yikes. That one hurt.
How was that?
That one was fun.
0 stars.
Yeah, for real.
Alright, well, the old shifter's out.
Now selling SSSC and stock shift.
Stock shifter and single shear selector rod. Alright, so now you're going to go in there with this, Johnny. Put a little bit of this grease on the pin. This pin. Take a pin. You're going to slide it through here. And you're going to have to do this all while it's being held up against the thing. Slide that through. Get it through a little bit. Oh, fuck me. Slightly through, you're going to put one of those washers on top of there between the pin and the selector. Slide the selector, like retainer, like almost all the way through the trans. And then you're going to squeeze another one in between here and the trans. And then you're going to slide the pin the rest of the way through and put the clip on. So Alex has been down here for like 5 minutes making no noises. I heard one grunt and a question. What's your question?
Are you sure it's 2 of these?
Well, it's supposed to have 2 of those.
This is a pretty tight fit on this.
It's supposed to be. It's supposed to just get rid of literally all of the slop. Well, here's the thing, Alex. This is your car. You can do whatever you want. If you don't want to run any of them, you don't have to. I'm just telling you, it's way easier to do all of that with the motor and trans out.
I imagine so.
So if you don't want to run any of those little bushing things, live your life how you want. I know, Alex. It's okay. The clip kind of spins a little bit because the other washer isn't in, but oh well.
I'm surprised you could even get one in, to be honest with you, bro.
Ta-da! Alright, I'm up. You're gonna get the last, you're gonna put the shifter rod on. You gotta do something.
Pulled the last one out. Is this a successful coming out or a angry coming out? Oh, that's an angry coming out.
Suck my dick, gypsy boy! I got it.
Oh, it's a both coming out. Nice. Thank you, bud.
It wants those on the shifter ones too. So you got that, and then you should have another clip. Yeah, that clip. This is it, and then we put the interior back together, and then we're done. Oop. That sounded like it went through. Nope, yep. There she blows. Clips in. God damn.
How's that feel?
That's pretty short, my guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's super crisp. That is super crisp.
Huh?
That's super crisp.
Jesus. Yeah, that's short.
How do you like that? Yeah, see, a lot of that side-to-side play is in the shift carrier itself.
Yeah.
So, like, the only way to get rid of that is to get, like, a solid mount shifter that bolts into the chassis. You know, because that bushing is, those bushings are supposed to have play in it.
Yeah.
You know.
But it's less than what it was.
Oh, it's way less. And the throw is, like, super crisp. Yeah, I like B&M shift kits. I got all the good stuff.
Is there a way to adjust this, or is that...
What do you mean?
So it's a little longer, or no?
No, that's fixed. That's
Okay.
fixed height. Yeah, this is actually the longer of the throw settings.
Really?
So there's this one, and then there's a shorter one.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I have the bucket set on the shorter one, and it's rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, the shorter one you want like a tall knob for.
Yeah.
You know. So I want to get a tall boy knob for the bucket. Ta-da!
Bro, that's gnarly.
Alright, shift kit first impressions.
It's short.
Short shift kit first impressions and review in one.
That's gonna take getting used to, bro. I know, but it's just like, I'm gonna be like questioning if I'm really in gear, like all the time now.
I freaking love this car. And I love that car. And I love this car.
I do too, man. I really do.
And there's still major underground.
Oh, extremely.
They repaved our road and it's kind of shitty. But it looks nice. One week after short shift kit install. Freaking money shifts.
I know.
Got the short shift kit, got the steering wheel.
I know you're so jealous.
No, dude, I'm waiting on mine.
You and your shit.
I'm just getting anxious to get my wheel.
Jesus
fuck, dude. I'm gonna be doing this way more now. Damn. A couple inches of movement, bro. Like between gears, even. That's heavy, dude. Jesus.
Feels good?
It feels great, bro.
Yeah?
It feels awesome.
Alright, let's get a little pull in.
Feels nice.
It's nice, yes. Good torque.
I like a lot.
This thing skips, dude.
Yeah, it
I like it.
I know,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
shifting high enough like the first
Yeah.
couple times, so I'm still a little scared. Yeah, when I was with fucking Hunter and I did it, and I like actually stepped out and I was like,
Show me your man drifting skills.
yeah, like fucking 0.2 seconds.
We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost. We are